Devastating wildfires keep ripping through the Los Angeles area. Fire crews from across the country are joining in the fight, including some from right here in Central Texas. Firefighters with Travis County Emergency Services District 2 are in California right now, specifically working to stop the Palisades Fire that is about more than 23,000 acres burned.
We are joined by Chief Nick Perkins now. Chief, thank you for your service, your crew's service, what they're doing, and thanks for taking some time to stop and talk to us today.
Yes, thank you. Happy to be here.
We know you're here with us in Texas, but I know you're in communication with your crews there. Let's start with the latest. Today, we know crews like yours helped make significant progress to contain these fires, really just in the last 24 hours. So what are you hearing from your folks today?
Yeah, so all reports are coming out like you guys are seeing that we're making good progress on those fires and definitely things starting to look towards improvement. So the reports we're getting back, the crew that our firefighters deployed with are participating in patrolling, structure protection, and mopping up fires.
Remind us about what day your crews there from Pflugerville went to California and also what they saw initially when they got there.
So crews left during the weekend, and obviously that's a 2-day trip. Driving consistently for 2 days and then stopping that night when they arrived in California, and then getting an immediate assignment the next morning and going straight to work.
And give our folks at home a bit of a sense of what your crews were seeing and feeling in those first few days before containment was where it is at now.
So obviously, the conditions there are, somewhat unprecedented, obviously, for crews that are used to operating in Central Texas. We just don't see conditions like that. But even from firefighters we're talking to on the West Coast, this is just a significant event, even for the folks that fight and work in those environments regularly.
And this is such a physically taxing and emotionally taxing one for any crews, including the ones that you all sent to California there. How much do you all prepare for something like this that could happen in our area?
So the great thing about Central Texas and here in Travis County specifically is all of the emergency services firefighters are trained to deal with wildfires. We've been doing it for many decades. So we have that training. It's the same training we see across the country. So we're prepared for that, and obviously we deal with that here locally. And because we do that, we're able to offer help to other areas when those calls go out.
I want to take us back to California. I know folks here have been seeing videos coming out and watching this coverage. Are there any personal stories that your crew has seen that they've relayed to you that have stuck with you or jumped out, especially as your crews are interfacing with people there, not just the fires themselves?
So limited reports on that, but what we have heard is obviously the firefighters are grateful. There's just a great sense of camaraderie across the country, and the firefighters who have showed up to help. It's well received. It's well appreciated by the firefighters, and then obviously by the public there. They know that there are people coming to help them, and there's people from all over the country and outside the country helping as well.
Chief Perkins, is it known how long your crews will remain out there in California?
This is kind of standard deployment rules, so it's up to 21 days, and that can involve even swapping out crews depending on their workload and the situation and the conditions. But right now, it's as long as 21 days.
Chief Perkins, thank you so much for giving us some insight. I hope we'll get to check in with your crews again. I know everybody here in Central Texas is so grateful for the work you're doing out for our neighbors in California. Thanks for taking some time with us today.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks.